Hey, it's Matt from HowToMotorcycleRepair.com. In front of me here I have a MZB ignition system that we're going to be putting on a 74 Husqvarna CR400. The main reason we're going to swap over to this ignition, it'll be replacing the original motoplat, is that this has a lighting coil. And basically, I don't know if you've seen my other video, but we put a headlight and a tail light on this and some dual sport tires. And it's going to be kind of, street legal slash on off-road. So we need something to power the headlight. Also, I hear this ignition is better than the stock. It'll run better, start easier, and whatnot. So, in any case, here's what comes in the kit. You got your mounting plate, your stator, your flywheel. I guess this is some kind of adapter. Looks like the regulator, ignition coil, your wiring, hardware, and a puller for future removal of the system. So let's go over by the bike and pull the old existing motoplat stuff off. Alright, so I have my puller installed. Try to screw it in as far as you can. Maximum thread engagement. Then you'll feel it just get loose. Alright, next step is to remove the 3 slotted screws. Alright, we'll just let it hang there for now. We'll undo all the wiring. Alright, so there's a couple zip strips here. Just go ahead and undo those. Remove the 2 wires that are on the coil. And there's a split grommet here. Just going to push it in with a screwdriver here. I'm actually going to pop it out so I won't scratch the paint. There you go, just take that off, put it aside. Alright, feed all the wires through. And this system was operational perfectly fine. It's just that, like I said, we needed an output coil for the lighting. So we'll put this aside and save it for later. Alright, let's remove the old ignition coil. Alright, as you can note, the paint has been ground down here. It's nice, bare surface. We're going to need that for the new system. It's outlined in the instructions. So I'm assuming this has a good ground. It was running fine. There's probably a good ground at the frame, or at the engine frame and the coil frame. So just note that you may have to take care of that, grind some paint if you're doing a fresh restoration or whatever. So I think that's good to go. So yeah, let's start the install of the MZB. Okay, let's remove the Old Woodruff Key. Basically, I'm going to take a punch here and I'm just going to tap it at the end, and hopefully it'll just lift up. Come on. Okay, now I'm using a center punch. This Woodruff Key's trashed anyway, so not worried about reusing it. I made this hammer freshman year of high school. Pretty cool, huh? Metal spot. Alright, give it a few more whacks. There it is. Alright, let me show you how to lap the flywheel, the rotor, to the crank. As you can see, I pretty much had this installed. I realized that I skipped this important step, so I'm kind of taping this after the fact, so I'll just put this portion of the video you know, to the very beginning or whatever. Basically, we want to try and match the two tapers for, you know, the best fit. The taper is what holds it from and prevent it from slipping. If you have a improper mate there, the rotor can spin over time, since there is nothing else holding it other than the squeeze of the taper. So what I'm going to be using is some valve grinding compound. I'm just going to spread it all over the shaft here. And basically I'm just going to try to see what kind of pattern these two parts have. I mean, basically you want it to mate for the entire taper. Alright. So let's see how this goes. So just do one of these, round and round. Now this crank isn't in the best shape. There's a couple gouges in it, so you definitely want to make sure this step is 100% to prevent any reliability issues in the future. Read on the forums that a bunch of guys had these slip, they lapped it, and they didn't have any more issues. Okay, so let's see. Let me clean this out with some sorry about the noise, guys. It's like almost 90 degrees, 9 o'clock in the morning. some roofers back there nailing it up, so I ain't closing the garage door, that's for sure. Alright, so I cleaned the rotor up. Alright, and what I'm looking for is just a dull metal surface all the way around. And it looks pretty good. I'm just going to inspect in here. Looks like I'm getting good contact. I'm going to give it one more shot just for the hell of it. So put some compound in here. Just from when I started to now, it just feels so much smoother, and it feels like, I don't know, it's hard to describe. It just feels like the parts mesh better, just from that little. Do it a little more, why not? Make sure we get a really good seat here. Alright, I like how that looks. Nice dull gray all the way around, so it's making perfect contact. So clean all your stuff off. Let me get a better shot of this for you so you can see what it looks like.